Hi, I'm Morgan Bradley, and this week for my reading log I selected We Are Growing by Lori Keller. It was also illustrated by Lori Keller. Now with this book, it was actually also written by Mo Williams because he has part of his original book, so Elephant and Piggy is mentioned in the front and the back of the book, so he's also given credit as the author and illustrator of this book. But the main story is told by Lori Keller. It was published by Hyperon Books for Children in September of 2016 and is appropriate for ages 6 to 8. So in this story, we get to follow Walt and his 7 grass friends as they're growing, and they're growing extremely fast. And all of Walt's friends are something. They're either the tallest, the curliest, the silliest, the pointiest, the crunchiest, the dandiest. But Walt can't figure out what he is. He has no idea. So we get to see him as not only him, but also his friends try to help him figure out what he is, what his something-ist is. While they're busy doing this, they don't even notice the lawnmower that is headed straight for them. But surprisingly, Walt's encounter with the lawnmower helps him figure out who he is. But do Walt's friends feel the same way? Do they have the same good experience with the lawnmower that Walt ended up having? Find out when you read this book. So Walt obviously spends all his time growing around his friends. Even they're surrounded, obviously, looks like they're in a yard somewhere, growing with a whole bunch of other grass. And this book features the message, that we're all growing. While this book is just about grass, you can also dig down and find, it also applies to humans too, to children. We're all growing physically, mentally, emotionally. We're all growing, we're all changing. And in here they encounter the lawnmower. And while it may seem like a setback, they view it as, wow, this is another chance for us to just keep growing. To keep growing and getting bigger. And I think that says a lot, and I think children should also take that away. Mistakes, use that as an opportunity to keep growing, keep learning, growing as a human. So the illustrations in this book, as you can kind of tell from the cover, are very cartoon-like. Mostly green. As you can see, though, they do have some pops of color, but obviously it's grass. Green is the main color. And I also like the speech bubbles. I think they also add, a great way to convey the conversation, but it also adds to another element to the illustrations. So, I think this book is a great book for kids. Again, as I mentioned, it's a great one to have the discussion with growing and changing and, dealing with, the adversity, people being mean to you, celebrating your differences as kids and humans, and being able to see the positive in that, to accept that you're different, accept that you've made mistakes, and to grow from that. Just like the grass, Walt and his friends had to grow after they got cut off by the lawnmower. For this book, it was awarded the Theodor Seuss Geisel Award in 2017. And that is otherwise known as Dr. Seuss. So I think it would be fun to read Dr. Seuss books and then compare them to this one. Why did this book get that award? How is it similar to Dr. Seuss books? How is it different? Have students complete that Venn diagram. You can have the discussion as a class and then, send them off. Make your own ideas, use some of the ideas we've talked about, fill out the Venn diagram. So, I think this is a great book, and I highly recommend it.